Streamdorm Weekly. I am Adedayo, the Boat, and interestingly, today we have so many engaging things to talk about from the world of entertainment all through the international space to the Nigerian space. I even have some topics that are sprinkled around so that we can have something interesting and to make this week's Streamdorm Weekly very interesting to talk about. Please know that this is a movie zone and we will talk about movies and everything that is in between, that's in TV shows and in culture and all that. So welcome to another beautiful week of Streamdom Weekly, and I am Adedayo, the Boat. You can reach me out at the Real Boat on any social media platform, or you can reach us out at streamdom.com or at streamdom, or even in case you have any business, you can always reach us out business at streamdom.com. This is a stream to a live to record or a record to live, whatever video. So let me just quick check my OBS and see how it's doing. Well, that's all I need to say. And right on this, my bookmarks, they are the topics that I have to talk about. So it will be interesting to see how this plays out. So in case you are joining us for the first time, this is Streamdom, and what we do here is report news in all space of culture, because our tagline is a mix of culture and entertainment. So the first thing I would like to talk about here is this Harry Potter series that is going on in HBO Max. Earlier this week, David Zaslav, who is the CEO of Warner Brothers, talked about the plan for Warner Brothers in general. One of them is having this 10 season format for Harry Potter, at least 10 seasons. At least 10 years. And sadly, 10 years can mean 5 seasons, or 10 years can mean 10 seasons, depending on how serious they are. And Warner Brothers is a state where they have to produce quality content, and not just any quality content, but quality content with the ability to bring in box office draws and money into their pockets. Mind you, Warner Brothers is in a very difficult state in Hollywood right now. They are owing lots of money, and this is why one of the things they are doing is that they are going to split the company into two. One taking on the TV network, which is Discovery, and the other one taking on the streaming and the studio part of things, which is um, Warner Brothers. So the two companies that came together and merged into one and are split into two. And depending on some industry insiders or analysts, what they'll tell you is that Warner Brothers is planning for the inevitable sale of its Warner Brothers Discovery is planning for the inevitable sales of its TV aspect, and some are saying that they also want to sell the studio. In fact, there was even a news about Paramount Plus planning to buy Warner Brothers, and there's also Sony trying to buy Warner Brothers and all that. To be honest, I really don't care who owns Warner Brothers or where it falls, as long as one, the name Warner Brothers still remains and still exists, because that's a very iconic and legendary name. To be stupid for whoever is going to own the company to stop calling the company Warner Brothers, or you should just merge it into their own company now and make sure that the Warner Brothers name dies down. Very stupid of them. So I don't really mind where or where it goes and if it goes, but I do mind that the company itself stays for a very long time. And my other priority is that DC properties exist. I won't want a rebrand entirely. I won't want any new person to take over DC. I like the DC as it's building out slowly. So that's just what I want. But that's my own personal thoughts. So right now, the plan, according to David Zaslav, is that they should keep on this Harry Potter series for at least 10 years. So we have to see how audience reception is. And one thing you should always look at is that audience reception at this day and age is a little bit weird because a lot of people claim that they are for original ideas and they are for people to creatives to see their visions through. But the reality is that a lot of people are so quick to hate, and while you are succeeding in one side, they will always want to look for a reason for you to fail, and that's where a lot of things are going on. I've seen the comments from myself and from other platforms. I've been reading the comments and I've seen that well, a lot of people are like, "Oh, this is a new generation." Even those that don't even care about the first one or they don't even watch it, will always go, "Oh, this new generation sucks." Blah 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 blah. So that's just how where people are nowadays. So all we can just hope is that at least this 10-year plan for the Harry Potter series see the light of the day, and there's no institution where it get cancelled after 1 or 2 seasons. So let's just see how that goes. So leave your thoughts down in the comment section below and let me know your thoughts. So moving on, the Rotten Tomatoes of Nobody 2 is out, both the audience and the critics, and generally the critics is loving it. The audience also they are loving it, and the only problem that Nobody 2 is facing is the fact that no one have any idea what's going on in this like in this movie, because I could see some news saying that the box office draw for Nobody 2 is not there, which is kind of sad. And why people are loving it, why people I had a lot of things to say about it, it's not doing well at the box office. So that's what's making the entire thing feels so sad and feels so annoying, because it's something that did well the first time, and what we expect the second time is for it to do better. But I can also say that I can't blame audience, because even I myself I wasn't watching Nobody. So all I can just say is that all I can just say is I'm reporting what I'm seeing here, and what I'm seeing is it's not really something that is that interesting. Mind you, Nobody it's more of it has a family dynamic into it, because the assassin here, which is the Bob Odenika character, is, took his family and he has to get back into the game. So what do you guys think about the way Nobody is performing? By mind you, it's performing well according to the audience and according to the critics, but when it comes to the box office, it's not really doing well. But as long as it's doing well on one side, maybe that's success according to the studio. But we can only wait and see. So leave your thought down in the comment section below, and I'll be interested to see what you guys think, and so that I can maybe we can able to discuss this moving further. Um, Another thing we want to talk about, but before we move straight right into it, I would love to say that if you are a fan of what we do here on this channel and what we do here on this platform, please don't forget to like and make sure you comment and make sure you share. And also, if you are joining for the first time, you can always subscribe, because I'll always talk about box office, I'll always talk about movies and everything in between. So please make sure you are liked and make sure you are subscribed to that. We can keep this ball rolling, and we can actually get more audience and more people that are into this kind of thing. So this is the best thing. And sorry for my voice, the way it's sounding. I'm not really feeling well. Actually, I have my rub here, and I even have to cover myself as I am. So I don't want to drink this water. So I'm not really feeling well. So please make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, and leave your thoughts down in the comment section below. Now, one topic that I want to talk about before we move forward is what exactly is happening in the Nollywood cinema industry. I talked about it was not last week or last 2 weeks, I pose the question: are people actually into cinema? And well, the cinema themselves is they are putting in quality, and audiences are getting their seats back in the cinema. The rate at which you are bringing in more people is becoming slow, and the rate at which the movies are leaving the cinemas themselves is also becoming slow and annoying. Because even for as a Nigerian, or for Nigerian creatives, the best way you can always see the success of your movie is either you release it in cinema and it blows up, that you made so much money, you made your production bucket back, you made your marketing, and you made that 2.5 rule or 1.5 rule depending on your calculation. That's one way, which at the end of the day, you going to have to split between distributors and cinemas and everything before you can actually see the money that you pocketed as your profits. Or you release it on YouTube where you can see for yourself how much it's making. You can also release it on Facebook if you have the monetization access so that you can see how much it's making and you are making the money directly into your bank. That's after you've already paid everyone. But hopefully you are making the millions, you're making it in millions. But even at that, the streaming service they are not really welcoming when it comes to African creatives because one other things that we are doing is that nobody is actually watching our stuff, including ourselves, and which is kind of ruining cinema for us internally. And even we don't have the money, which is part of it, and the cinema experience is kind of redundant when it comes to our cultural zeitgeist and how we see things as a people. So, according to this article I saw on Nollywood, Niyi Akinmolayan has a kind of idea to which maybe we can have better cinema experience and probably get more seats in theaters. And though I enjoy the fact that the idea is going to reduce the cost, there are still a lot of things that you have to consider because what AIM is suggesting, which I'm actually going to go in detail, it's a kind of system that requires you to sacrifice something, and the thing that requires you to sacrifice, I don't really think there are much people that will love that. So let me read the article for you. Filmmaker Niyi Akinmolayan is calling on cinemas to slash ticket price for Nollywood films and make up the difference with short ad breaks. A move he believes could fill seats, fight piracy, and create new revenue stream for both producers and exhibitors. In a post shared on Instagram, the Lisa B and the House of Secret director laid out plan for special halls or dedicated days where tickets would cost between 2,500 and 3,000 naira, rough a third of the estimate in major cities. It traded off two ad breaks during the film, each with 3 seconds commercial, totaling 3 minutes of ad time. The filmmaker would prepare ad-supported cutscene, ensuring the ads are placed with distributing and slow story. Both exhibitors and producers would source ads and split the revenue 50-50. Producers get a direct incentive to allow the version of their film, Akinmolayan explained. Cinemas get more content and support from filmmakers. Everyone benefits in the if the hall is full. Um okay, they actually even went on to give an example because I was planning to do it. Using this example, a 100 seat hall charging 3,000 per ticket will generate 300,000 from sales, far less than the 700 to 900 um, at current price. But six ads sold at 100,000 each would bring in another 600,000 with a 50% the exhibitor earns as much from ads as from tickets. In one third the price on special days, those halls will fill up. is said. Now, let's assume you are making 300 and you're making 600 from the adverts. So that's 900,000. Now, normally, depending on the split, I believe domestically, in most cases, it's always 40 to 50%. So let's say you're having a maximum 50%, that's 150 and another 300. So you're making 400, that are making 450, then the cinemas are making 450. So the 450 they keep, while you, the filmmaker, take your 450, then you also share with distributors and you share with the producers and you, the cost and everything, you remove everything. Your profit should be around 50, depending on how you do it. So probably 50 to 100, depending. That would be like your maximum profit. I get it, but at the same time, I don't know how to feel about it because while it's something that looks like, oh, from the audience perspective, probably if cinemas were cheaper, everybody can go because I would do enjoy if cinemas were cheaper. Personally, I would love to just wake up one day and they tell me that the cost of going to cinemas is cheap. So now I can have like at least probably go the cinema experience will be every week or every 2 weeks. Or if there is time and if you just want to spend money, you can say that you are going twice or thrice a week. So depending on how it is. So I would love that, which would be a good idea. But also if you consider the cinema experience, like for instance, watching Superman the other time, where there are so many epic moments. I'm like, at what point do you want to put in the advert? And if they put you in the advert, is the movie going to continue? Is it going to stop? But people still want to see, like, if I want advert, I'd rather watch on national television, go to Galaxy, go to AIT, which TVC on all those platforms, because I know that while watching the movie, there's always going to be ad break, and sometimes they continue, sometimes they stop. And if you are watching on streaming, you're not going to get any ad break. And if you are lucky enough, you have a very big TV, so you can it's going to simulate the cinema experience, except not really. So if you have a bigger TV, that's what's going to be more better. So while I enjoy I see where it's coming from. I don't think studios will, or studios or the cinemas themselves will love the idea. But the only way it can work is if it guarantees that everybody wins. If nobody wins, then yeah, I don't see it happening because this is something that is very risky in the long run because there are more prices of the adverts can vary, and will you just watch because if you are to say that the cinemas are bringing in adverts, okay, let's say they got someone to pay them 1 million naira. How are you going to know that that person they are being paid 1 million or if not 500? And it's almost feel like you are going to have to micromanage the cinema because you are going to have to know the type of ad that they put in each of their cinema screen. So I see it for good for the audience, but I don't see it good for the business. I don't think even the theaters will want it themselves. And surprisingly, in Nigeria, theaters are putting adverts before the screening of the movie, which I get, but yeah, I would love to know your thoughts on this because this is a very interesting topic. Leave your thoughts down in the comment section below. What do you guys think? Do you think this is a very good idea, having to reduce the prices of tickets for only an advert in between your showings? Leave your thoughts down in the comment section below, and let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. Now, moving on, um, before we go deep into it, I would like to say a big congratulations to Davido and Chioma. As of last week, they did their wedding, so a big congratulations from everybody here at Streamdorm. Uh, thank you for existing. I don't even know why I said that. I genuinely don't know why I said that. But these are some photos of their wedding, so you guys can check out Streamdorm film updates channel. You would see some of the photos of their wedding down at our page. So moving on, we have some interesting box office to talk about before we continue the conversation. And let me quickly talk about the box office of Friday. Surprisingly, which I'm still going to have to talk about later on, Mama was released on digital, and surprisingly, it's still doing well in the box office. It's not that big of a number, but surprisingly, it's still doing well. And even Fantastic Four is still slowing down a bit, which is kind of weird. So this was on Friday. We at the is it global or the domestic? I think this is global. We have Weapons having 7.4, then Figure Friday and Nobody Fantastic Four. Bad Guys, Superman, The Naked Wolf, and Jurassic. Now, mind you, Jurassic already over 800, Fantastic is almost at, it's just surpassed 240 at the domestic box office. There's 400 and something. Then we have Super, then we have Bad Guys 2, which is actually coming in slow. So that's interesting. And let's even look at this fantastic film which I talked about. It beats it's that it has surpassed 240 and it's at 480 something at the international box office. Then we have for Superman, which is actually coming in slow. I think it was 800 at the domestic box office. Then under 500 or 700, no, under 500 at the international box office, which is quite slow a bit. But right now, it's doing well with the numbers that it has. Then Weapons also has passed $100 million, and Smurf has passed 50 million dollars, which is also coming in slow. So overall, I think I also included the Nigerian box office. Oh no, it's not out yet. So overall, the cinemas are doing well, but they are doing well very slow, which is quite annoying. But as long as people are enjoying their movie going experience and they are putting in quality content, I'm all for it. But I don't want to see a situation where all this slowness is being rectified and studios creatives are looking out for the audience. So leave your thought down in the comment section below and let me know what you guys think. So we have to move on. We have Larson, which is playing Captain America, Miss of Captain Marvel. Then we have Jack Quaid, who is of The Boys, and he's also Superman and Companion, which is actually doing well. Then Golding, then Lily Collins, they're all going to be part of the new comedy movie called Close Personal Friends. And that's actually currently up. I was about to get filmed probably in this year or two next year. So they said the film follows one couple that meets and befriends a celebrity couple while on a trip, but personal lines begin to get crossed. So it's kind of like beefing. The way that I feel that's that kind of beef between the two couples, and they're trying to like one is the big one, the other one is the small guy. But we just love I love the cast that they assembled for this movie. I just will keep on following on streamed on film, so you guys can check keep on you guys can follow platform and you guys can you subscribe and for just put on the notification, and you guys should see updates when information about this particular project drop. So put your thought down in the comment section below and let me know your thoughts. Now we also have a news on Lego Star Wars news. Remember this character that was in the game played by Cameron Monaghan? The character is the guy is going to reprise his character called Cal Kestis in the Lego Star Wars Rebuild the Galaxy Piece of the Past. This is actually a sequel. So him is going to play the is going to play that same character in the Disney Plus show, which is I've seen the trailer and it's very very funny and very interesting and fun. In this one, the bad guys become the good guys, the good guys become the bad guys. I would love to see it when it's available on September 19th on Disney Plus. So let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. Is Lego Star Wars something you are still interested in, or you're just done with it in general? So put your thought down in the comment section below. Now, this is one that is very interesting. We have Chris Hansen, who is actually a catch a predator kind of guy. Catch a predator kind of guy. So it goes about hunting down people are um, that are into this child predator art, and now is working on a documentary to catch people that is attacking children on Roblox. And no matter how much you want to hide it, there's actually things like this that are going on. We have predators in real life, and we have weird ones that will go into games like Roblox to attack children. So this is why the advice is always there that to parents that watch what your kids do. As long as you want to say that, oh, is a child or he won't answer, he won't do that. If you take away your phone, the phones of your kid, it doesn't really stop anything. They can cry and cry and cry and cry and cry. And when you don't shut up and learn to live with it. So um, take your be the type of parent that you want to be and try to protect your kids and make sure that they are comfortable enough to talk to you about things like that. Unless things like this won't be rapid. There's something recently where they instead of doing the right thing, what they want to do is to remove predator the guys whose job is to catch predator, they ban the guy, and now it's kind of annoying that when you do that for that person, you are kind of enabling this act of child predatory. So it makes you part. It makes the optics is that you are part of it, and people are going to hate you for it. But that's like enough talking for now. So make sure you leave your thoughts down in the comment section below and let me know what you guys think. This I believe I talked on it, but I can't remember. It's Crunchyroll and Delta Airlines. They partner together, and they are going to allow passengers to be able to watch anime on anime films or movie while they are flying um, to and fro from their destination. So they have like 50,000 episodes and TV and shows and movies that you guys can watch on Delta Airline, and this is something that I find interesting. So that down, let's move on to the next one, shall we? We got some updates on my adventures with Green Lantern that is being currently worked on at DC Studios. Um, one the update we got is that the character Kyrena and Nicky Jones, Killer Walk, and more Green Lantern characters are going to be in the series. The only difference is that this series is not going to follow the dark, edgy type stories that you guys want to comment, because it's supposed to be like an Elseworld kind of story that just have some elements which, because the story of Jessica Jones and all these stories it's kind of not something that you guys can portray directly to kids. Even it has a bit adult this thing, but you get that kids are still going to watch it. So what they are doing here is that Carolina is going to serve as a love interest of Jessica. The series will set in Cool City, and the students will be attending our Jordan high school. So we don't know the state of our Jordan, whether it's a rich millionaire, multi-millionaire, is an old grandpa, who they are naming a school after him, and it's just kind of a bit weird. But uh, since I've seen my adventure with Superman, all can do is just wait and see what happens. Still on DC, we have today talking about the scene where Superman called the robot number 4, Gary, that scene was improvised between himself and David Coruscant, and which is actually interesting to see. I can't love that. Actually, we're watching it almost three times now. So we have I think it was the cinema yesterday, then I also had to watch it again today. So I kind of love the movie and love what I'm seeing here. Then moving on, we have James Gunn talking about how he plans to bring Bloodsport back into the DCU. It's just like trying to find the exact story when there will be need to for Bloodsport. The only problem or the only thing I see here is that I am not certain if it is Elba who wants to return as Bloodsport, but we're not fine to return. If we have John Cena as Pacemaker, then we can also have Idris Elba as Bloodsport. Also, he kind of made the role his own, so people cannot really differentiate from his own from another. Especially with the fact that the DCU is also having elements of the old universe, which is kind of weird. Blah blah blah. So let's see how that is going. Then you also have Craig Gillespie, who is the director of Supergirl, talking about James Gunn plan for creatives in the DCU. It's like everybody, we have this plan from year to year. So just make sure that whatever path or section you are going to take, make sure that it's something that you can make your own, and if it's possible, try to make it feel like it's part of a bigger universe that audience can be interested in it. I just love where the DCU is going. All we can just see is all we can just hope for is it keeps on to going better and better. Then we also got an update of dynamic duo that is being produced by Swaybox, and is going to follow the story between the Grayson and Tim Drake. However, just two Robins. Then all this is that it's most likely going to be part of the DCU or whatever DC shared universe, and it was on the website DC.com. But the way they put it towards the end makes it feel like, oh, it's not something that is actually confirmed as of now. Then we also have Jeffrey Wright talking about the Batman script. It's like he likes where the direction of Matfield is going on, and it's stepping up to come back for the Batman 2. Then we have James Gunn. One article, the same article from DC.com was like James Gunn is actually writing some articles of some of the scripts for Creature Commandos season 2. It's not going to handle everything, it's not going to direct everything, it's not the show now. But some scripts, probably the first two episodes, so that the writers can take it on from there. Then we also have James Gunn being asked if as a queen. I think he wasn't asked. He just said it, saying that as a queen might come, because the exact quote was that will be revealed down the line. So she might come, and most likely might not come. Remember, Makolobi is actually doing good outside of superhero media. So we'll just have to wait and see what's actually happening and what's going on right now. So the next thing I would love to talk about is Peacemaker Rotten Tomato, which is actually doing great, by the way. It's still currently at 100%. I would love to check out Peacemaker Rotten Review. It's still at 100% on 35 reviews on Rotten Tomato, which is actually rare, very uncommon. So we'd love to see where that goes from there. Then we also have Superboy. James Gunn was asked if Superboy was coming and was like, I don't know. So we just have to kind of see what's going to happen. And we have the way Lex Luthor is set up for a possible return, a possible comeback of Superboy. Then the Superman Saga, which is actually announced by James Gunn and DC. So it's just more stories of Superman. But let's see where that goes on. So in call of time, let me just quickly rush down to the Marvel news that we got here. Um, the show now of X-Men 97 season 1. I believe he has left Marvel right now, and he has been crashing out on social media. And one of the things he said was that the reason why he was fired was because Kevin Feige was not accepting the fact that we were talking about um, X-Men as a cyborg, uh, and they're using it as a referendum. Then we also have some interesting news that I will talk about tomorrow, as you can see, obviously the world. So, what do you guys think so far about the news? Tomorrow, you guys should obviously wait and see. There's also some interesting news that I'm going to have to record tomorrow, then it should be available latest by Monday on whatever platforms that you are seeing this from. So, if you guys enjoyed today's episode, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, make sure you comment. Um, please do that. And you can reach out to us at business@streamdorm.com. Or you guys can follow me at the Robot or at Streamdorm on every social media platform. Check out our website, streamdorm.com, and see you in the next video.